Bear Killer, Atlanta. Today we're talking about toxic people. Toxic people create this environment where we can't function, where we can't be ourselves. And it only gets worse. It's like your car. When you start hearing something is wrong, you keep praying to God that it will stop. It never does. And what it ends up happening is you get surrounded in the middle of the freaking highway 2 o'clock in the morning because it just broke. So same ideology goes with toxic people. It only gets worse and worse. How do you know you have somebody toxic in your life? Sometimes we don't even realize it. It happens slowly over time that we don't get to realize who is toxic and who is not. And sometimes it's family, sometimes it's your cousin, brother, boyfriend, husband, whatever it is. If you cry yourself to sleep, if you have somebody that makes you feel so puny, like a little dust, if somebody always gives you negative feedback and never in their lifetime they support you and they say they are proud of you, that you did something good, you might have somebody toxic in your life. And what you're gonna do about it? Well, same thing about your car. You can sit there and pray. You can continue to hope that God will make him disappear, which it doesn't. It only gets worse and worse over time. Or you can get up and do something about it. And as long as you don't do something about it, it's gonna remain in there. It's gonna be toxic. You're gonna waste time. You're gonna waste your life around people who try to bring you down rather than lift you up and push you to do better things, push you to accomplish more, push you to be more positive. It is extremely difficult to take that leap of faith. The first step is always scary because you don't know which direction to go. You don't know what to do. You want to leave that toxic husband of yours, and you have kids, you don't have money, you don't have resources, you don't have a support system. But you know what? If you don't take that step back, I'm going to tell you what happens. You create an environment for your children or for yourself where you don't thrive, where all you remember is the bad things, all you remember is the pain and the suffering. You don't see the colors in life. If you watch my first episode in Colombia, I'm on back of the truck. We're about to get inserted, and I say, well, some people stop and smell the roses. I look at the camera. I said, I got no time for roses. I was in a toxic environment where I couldn't thrive, so I couldn't see the roses, I couldn't see the colors, I couldn't see the sun, which made it really, really difficult for other people to be around me as well. So years passed, and I learned things, and I changed my environment, I changed the people around me, and right now I'm enjoying this beautiful sun. It's 65 degrees in Atlanta, and it is wonderful right next to this little lake. Life is great, not because I have achieved more, but I got rid of all the toxic people. So it is okay for you not to know which step to take. It is okay for you to take the wrong direction. It's okay for you to make the wrong turn. There is no right or wrong answers if you're trying to get away from the toxic people. As long as you get up and leave, that is the first correct step you're gonna take. How you're gonna do it is irrelevant. You go find a friend to stay in their garage for 3 months. You go see your mother that you don't want to spend 3 days with. You know what? You sit there and save money so you can rent your own place. All of those things will help you to get that first step. Nobody ever gonna judge you why you took that step. If they do, they can fucking suck it, period. Okay? First of all, and nobody cares what other people think. You are doing something to better yourself, better your kids, better your lives. So it is crucial all I remember from my childhood was my parents fighting. My father moved out, I think I was about 6 or 7, and they got divorced when I was 10 or 9, somewhere around there. The environment was so toxic. That's all I remember. Thank God he left that early in my childhood, that it didn't continue to my teens, that would probably even screw me up more. So it is difficult, yes, to take that first step. It is hard, but again, not everybody succeeds in life. This is why the people who take that leap of faith, who take that first step, those are the ones who succeed. You should be one of those. 1, for you. 2, for your kids. 3, for your own life, for your own future. You want to be around people who support you, who say, good job, give me a high five, who make you smile every day. They can be boyfriend, husband, friends, cousins, whoever. You want that support system around you, so your life, you can look at your life and see the positive. And I hate the people say, well, you see the glass half empty. Well, it is half full and half empty. Be realistic. There is half of that shit too, right? You can't just say, oh, it's a half full. That's bullshit. You're completely dismissing the empty part. So what I'm telling you is, see the empty part, live in the full part. Acknowledge the empty part, try not to get there, and give your life the direction that's gonna be full. Okay? You acknowledge the toxic people, you get rid of them, and they're not gonna be just one guy or one girl or whatever it is. That as you continue in life, they're gonna come, they're gonna evolve, they're gonna come and go, they're gonna be different people. So at all times, it's a struggle to get rid of these assholes, if you will. So it's an ongoing process. You as we get older, we get better understanding life, and we have to do more to keep the life better for you and for your kids and for your family and everybody around you. And lately I've been told that I was a really pleasant guy to be around. I'm like, I haven't heard that in like 45 years before. So I am doing something right, in the right direction at least. You know, none of us are perfect. There is no book on parenting or life. Yeah, some people write books so they can make money, and half of these assholes don't even have children who write these books about parenting. And not every parenting book can be applied to different generation. I'm Generation X. Millennials are different. The boomers are completely different. It doesn't apply to every culture. An American kid goes through something different than a Guatemalan, somebody from Russia, somebody from Cambodia. And it applies to different even regions. Somebody from New York City goes through some completely different bullshit than somebody in deep south in Mississippi. So yes, there is cardinal rules that you follow, but there is no perfect way of doing things. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We are all human. We live and learn, but the most importantly, and I started doing this when my kids were 2 years old, apologize from your children for not being perfect, so they know it's okay to be perfect, so they won't feel less when they see somebody better. I started apologizing for my children when they were about 2 years old. They're about 9 and 11 right now. I said, I'm sorry, that is not perfect. They're gonna make mistakes. They're gonna get mad. They're gonna get yell at you guys, but they will never touch you. You know, show some humility. We are all human. We are okay not to be perfect, as long as you try to do better, as long as you take right steps towards getting your life better. So take that leap of faith and get your life better, get better people around you. And as a matter of fact, they say only quality people should be around you at all times, because your children learn from the people around you as well, and they're gonna keep people around them. So look at this guy bathing. Wonderful. Life is beautiful. Hang in there, get your ass up, move on, and make the life better, because you are worth it. Barehanded Killer.